a theme that has been used extensively by men's rights activists in India for years. Several judgments in which Chandrachud was involved are seen as leaning towards a feminist interpretation of social rights, such as those on the adultery law, Sabrimala, equity in the armed forces, and sexual harassment in the workplace.
वेलकम टू इंडिया रिफॉर्म जुडिशियल रिफॉर्म्स। मैं डॉक्टर कपिल कक्कड़ आपका एक और वीडियो में स्वागत करता हूं। अगर अभी तक आपने ब्लैक जस्टिस नहीं देखी है तो जाके वेब सीरीज ब्लैक जस्टिस www.blackjustice.in में जरूर देखिए। अब मैं आपके सामने आज जो मुद्दा लेके आ रहा हूं वो एक मीडिया का है। न्यूज लॉन्ड्री करके एक मीडिया हाउस है जो यूट्यूब के थ्रू ज़्यादा इंटरैक्ट करता है, और ये अभी हमारे जो भाई साहब है चंद्रचूड़ साहब, उनके कहीं ना कहीं सपोर्ट में आता हुआ दिख रहा है। अब मुझे नहीं समझ आता कि ये जो न्यूज़ लॉन्ड्री करके है, ये आर दे नाइव कि इनका जो बाकी गोदी मीडिया होती है जिनका कॉग्निटिव लेवल या तो कम होता है या वो अपना कॉग्निटिव लेवल कम कर लेते हैं क्योंकि वो गोदी मीडिया होते हैं। बट इस केस में ये न्यूज़ लॉन्ड्री में एक अच्छी बात क्या थी कि ये लोग गोदी मीडिया, टाइम्स ना हो गए, नव भारत हो गया, अर्नब गोस्वामी हो गया, नाविका हो गई, इनको एक्सपोज करते थे और बिल्कुल ठीक एक्सपोज करते थे। पर यहाँ पे आज मैं आई एम गोइंग टू शूट न्यूज़ लॉन्ड्री हु हैज बीन हैबिचुअल ऑफ राइटली शूटिंग एट न्यूज़ चैनल्स गोदी मीडिया लाइक टाइम्स नाउ, नव भारत, XYZ। नाउ व्हाई डू आई से दैट? अभी हाल फिलहाल में दे हैव कम in form of a report, and it looks like as if they are trying to somewhere help or defend Chandrachud, or trying to project that he is not as bad, and the people who are writing against him, who tweet against Chandrachud, are the ones who are doing it in a very coordinated manner, as if their only intention is to harm Chandrachud.
A barrage of tweets trolling the CJI have made him the top trending topic for several weeks now. So what is it that makes him the favorite of online trolls? Is there a troll army? And what is the nature and extent of this trolling?
Now, I will like to respectfully, totally disagree with them for a simple reason that these people, they have not done their homework. They have come out with a beautiful graph, and I think they have taken two Indian students, from Oxford or wherever, I don't remember the university, but a good university.
News Laundry collaborated with Cheryl Agarwal and Joyojit Pal from the University of Michigan to analyze data from 1st of January to 20th of April.
So what this News Laundry has done is they had hired two students, I think from US, Indian students from US or America, and they did some sort of a project, and they have reported as if people have been targeting Chandrachud in a coordinated manner just to defame him. And I find it extremely laughable.
That it was not politicians or lawyers, but digital influencers who were the major drivers of the social media discourse around the CJI. We also found that most of the highly engaged content comes from BJP-leaning digital influencers.
These News Laundry guys, they have forgotten when Bobde was there. You remember he was on the bike, and when there was a lot of trolling on him on bike, on various other aspects. Do you remember Gogoi? When Gogoi was there, again there was a lot of trolling on Gogoi, especially that case by a woman against him. And after that, when Gogoi got the Rajya Sabha seat. So, but here they are trying to depict and show that Chandrachud is the first CGI who has been targeted, and before that nothing like this was happening in India. So this media house News Laundry, they conveniently forgot that Chandrachud was targeted and trolled. Why? Because when he said in one of his judgments, which was pertaining to adultery, where adultery was decriminalized apparently, that wife has right over the body and something like that she can sleep wherever she wants to. So that is where Chandrachud was trolled. So what News Laundry is trying to tell us is that he has been trolled because there was an objective or there was something to defame him, but there's nothing to defame him. People were criticizing his judgment. Moreover, NewsLaundry somewhere says that the people who are doing it in a coordinated manner have strategized it somewhere. That is why they call it in a coordinated manner, and they are targeting Chandrachud. Now that is also wrong, and NewsLaundry, I hope they are not that naive. They should understand when like-minded people on Twitter they come, be it men right group or be it feminist or be it BJP or Congress, any other political party workers, they are all going to agree with certain things in their own group or the belief system or the thinking that they follow. For example, an MRA person is never going, so MRA not one person as a group, or any married man in India is not going to like what Chandrachud said, that wife has control over her body and she can sleep outside her marriage also, something like that. Now, if the NewsLaundry is trying to claim that it was a coordinated effort, it is really unfortunate. But yes, they are all like-minded people. No husband would want his wife to sleep outside their marriage.
The CJI's liberal values are presented as being at odds with the common Indian, a theme that has been used extensively by men's rights activists in India for years. Several judgments in which Chandrachud was involved are seen as leaning towards a feminist interpretation of social rights, such as those on the adultery law, Sabrimala, equity in the armed forces, and sexual harassment in the workplace.
But the way NewsLaundry is trying to depict as if this entire thing was done to target Chandrachud.
Statements made by the CJI triggered a new series of coordinated trolling online and a series of hashtags such as #NotMyCJI to denounce Chandrachud's feminist positions. These arguments try to dismiss woke ideas as something only the urban elite care about.
Then when we came to same-sex thing, and where Chandrachud, if you remember, spoke about genitals.
The very important value judgment which you are making, that the very notion of a biological man is absolute, or that a notion of a biological woman is also an absolute notion.
Never change.
Which is incorrect.
The only biological man means biological man. It's not a question of notion.
Yes, of course it is. There is no absolute concept of a man or an absolute concept of a woman at all. That's the whole argument in a broader perspective.
Biological man, my lord, means man only.
And he said it is way beyond biological. This thing, biological, is not confined to geneticals, if you remember that. Again, people took it quite offensively and quite rightly, because Chandrachud was not making sense. But my larger question is, why is Chandrachud being helped by this media house? Is it that they are being funded? Or is it that this media house, they don't have enough sense to report it in the right manner? Now, why do I say all this? What I am saying is because they are blaming the men right group. They are blaming the BJP people.
They use similar style and content, quote-tweeting pieces from the mainstream media that lauded Modi's tweet. Such coordinated activity also took place later, but in criticism of the CJI. In general, from the BJP side, only lower-rung politicians or those loosely affiliated, such as IT cell volunteers, engage negatively with the CJI.
They are blaming XYZ without looking at the larger picture. For BJP, for example, they are blaming when this Shiv Sena versus Shiv Sena was going on.
Tweets during this period were on the Sena versus Sena hearing and the CJI's refusal to accept a sealed cover from the central government in the one rank, one pension hearing. The Maharashtra hearing in particular generated a great deal of engagement from key influencers on the side of the BJP, who saw the judge as being biased towards Uddhav Thackeray.
The battle in the Supreme Court, and it was being streamed live. I also had made a video on Shiv Sena versus Shiv Sena where I had criticized all the Supreme Court judges, including Chandrachud, that these people are not going to arrive at any decision. Their decision would primarily be more of a eyewash, which obviously it came out to be, and things like that. Now they are saying, this NewsLaundry, that this all was a concerted effort by BJP people. Obviously, if an order is going to go for somebody, the entire people are going to celebrate, and if it is going to go against someone, especially the blind followers, be it of Congress, be it of any other BJP, any other party.
This also means that opposition parties use the CJI and his statements as a tool to attack the BJP. The avoidance of direct negative engagement with the CJI by high-profile politicians, meanwhile, was arguably less about contempt of court and more about maintaining a civil relationship with the court.
They are going to, for their own good reasons, they are going to troll, but trying to depict it as if this has been a coordinated effort, some kind of strategy coming from somewhere so that Chandrachud is defamed. Thank God they did not say to displace him. And that is when we have to look exactly what is media doing today. That is when I said this media house who used to shoot the media channels like your Arnab Goswami, Republic TV or Navika Kumar Times Now, today I am shooting them on merit because they have come out and through their report they have tried to criticize everybody who has trolled Chandrachud, and they have tried to prove that these people were thoughtless people. They had an agenda about Chandrachud, and that is why they wanted to defame him, which is absolutely wrong.
जो शैतान खड़े हैं तेरे दरवाजे पे बनके जमानत के खरीदार, पाकर जेल से आजादी ये क्या नहीं करेंगे मासूमों पे अत्याचार। जमानत देने से पहले साहेब कर लेना तुम ये विचार, नहीं तो कहां का सत्यमेव जयते, कहां का सत्यमेव जयते, कहां का सत्यमेव जयते।
So if you like this video, kindly share it far and wide. Thank you so much.